Yahawashi, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord, Yahawashi, wrath. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, which is in Revelation chapter 9 verse 16, the 200 and 202,000 horses, which is 200 million intercontinental missiles. Yeah, 202,000 horses. Because horseman means power. How do they have power? Through the sword. What is the modern day sword? The intercontinental ballistic missile. That's the biggest sword that Esau, even the so-called white man, has obtained. And he is giving it to the other nations. And they're going to destroy this place with it. So, and continuing, verse 18. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all of them that dwell in the land. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 9. And it reads, Behold, the day of the Lord, Yahawashi, cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine, because the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Verse 11, and it reads, And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, which is 2/3. Who do not want to come back and serve Yahawashi in order. And I will cause arrogance of the proud to cease. You know how they say in the military, the few, the proud, the Marines. The Lord is speaking of them. And all others who believe and follow their customs, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Jeremiah chapter 46 verse 10. And it reads, For this is the day of the Lord, Yahawashi, power of hosts, a day of vengeance, that he may avenge him of his adversaries. Who's his adversaries? Psalms 83, that is a list of the enemies of Israel. And the sword shall devour, and it shall be satiate. I think that's how you say that. And made drunk with their blood. For the Lord Yahawashi, power of hosts, as a sacrifice in the north country by the river Euphrates. And that's talking about the land of Israel, and also this land, America, Babylon the Great. This is where be. Now we're going to look up that word that I couldn't pronounce that good. Yahawashi is near. And cloudy day, it shall be the time of the heathen. And the sword shall come upon Egypt, which is place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Revelations chapter 11 verse 8. And a great plain shall be in Ethiopia, when the slain shall fall in Egypt, and they shall take away her multitude, and her foundation shall be broken down. This place will be destroyed with the missiles, which is the terrible day of the Lord. Jeremiah chapter 49 verse 10. And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not, because he will be destroyed in the end. For he has been uncovered. Everyone with a brain knows Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the wicked, the evil, the devil in the Bible. Job chapter 9 verse 24 says, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. And it also means he covered up real judgment. And if not, where and who is he? Isaiah 27 verse 1. Therefore, a great and strong sword shall perish the Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. He's even going to kill the Leviathan. Now, what they call here, or Elder the Apostle Hard said, is the Kraken. I've heard some brothers say they referenced it to Godzilla as well. But once Esau-Edom tries to go to the depths of the sea to hide from Yahawashi, he will have the serpent eat them. And then he will destroy the serpent. So, what I want to get to is how he destroyed the serpent. He's using the serpent just to destroy Esau-Edom when he runs down to the pit, when he runs down to the waters with the submarine machines, when he tries to hide in the ocean. But after that, he's going to destroy him, just like Esau-Edom is used to destroy 2/3. But after that, he's like, I ain't gonna need you no more. He's gonna get rid of it. Chapter 9, verse 2. And it reads, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence I will bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from thy sight in the bottom of the sea, thence I will command the serpent, the Leviathan. It doesn't say Leviathan, I'm just saying the Leviathan. And he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemy, thence I will command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set mine eyes upon them for evil, and not for good. Job, chapter 5, verse 12. Blown up by the same missile that they have created with all the elements of the earth. Church that they spend $100 million on, or even $1 million, and then say you're not of the world. You gotta be of the world to have a couple $1 million, man. Period. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. It said, let favor be shown to the wicked. Will he not yet learn righteousness? They don't know righteousness. They don't know what that is. That's why this place is fucked up. Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 23. And it reads, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David. He shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. And I, the Lord Yahawah, Yahawashi, will be their God, their power. And my servant David, the prince among them. I, the Lord, have spoken it. This is the tabernacle of King David, under the reign of Yahawah, Yahawashi, being set up before the presence of our enemies. Verse 25, and it reads, and I will make peace with them, and I will make with them a covenant of peace, and I will cause the evil beast to cease out of the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness, and sleep in the woods. And I will make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the showers to come down in his season. There shall be showers of blessing. Verse 27, and the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase. They shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord, Yahawah, and I have broken the bands of their yoke, which is their slavery, and delivered them out of the hands of those that serve themselves with them. That's why we don't need to worry about food, or clothing, or shelter in that day. The Lord will deliver his elect. Lord, will we go to that number? And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, the other 17 nations, according with Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. You don't need to be afraid. The Lord is going to give us that spirit in that day to know. Lord willing. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Because he transgressed by wine, which is his false doctrine of Esau Edom. That's who this passage is talking about, not the last verse. That's talking about the elect. Lord willing, we put that number. But it says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. Now this is talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, which means he takes everybody else's resources, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. That's what it talks about in Revelation. chapter 6, verse 4, about the death that comes and puts a yoke upon the neck of Israel. That is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. This slavery. And it says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth, that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. That's talking about mass debt. Shall they not rise up suddenly? This is verse 7, and it reads, shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. The only ones who are making it out of here is the elect of Israel. Lord willing, we part of that number. Philippians chapter 3, verse 19. And it reads, and now tell you even weeping that they are enemies of the cross of Mashiach, whose end is destruction, whose God is their belly, and whose glory is in their shade, who mind earthly things, for our conversation is in heaven. But even though our conversation is held in heaven, we still have people trying to come tell us how to read the scriptures. We get our learning and understanding from the apostles of Great Millstone. We don't need you to teach us. From whence also we look for the Savior, the Lord, Yahawashi, Hamashiach. And Hamashiach is Christ in Paleo-Hebrew. Verse 21, and it reads, who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself. Because I had a couple people that tried to tell me that basically, they tried to say that if you're, because what happened was, when I was younger, my father did not circumcise me. So they tried to say, oh, well, since you're not circumcised, you can't be saved. But that's not true. The elders and apostles said it's through grace. And when you look in Exodus, it talks about how Moses was the one that the Lord was going to smite because he did not fix his son. So, in all reality, yeah, I'm trying to go get it done, but it's not going to save me. I know that's not what's going to save me. That's what I want people to understand. And on top of that, it was the father who was in trouble for that. Why? Because it's the father's duty to circumcise all of the Lord's servants. It's not my fault. You know? But that is where people don't understand when it's talking about circumcision. It's talking about in the spirit, in this doctrine. But you got some brothers who tell you, yeah, it might be smart to go get circumcised. I know that. I'm working on doing it. You know, I'm not afraid to, you know, bring out my truth, what I got going on in some things. Because it's going to help edify some of those who come across my video and may not be uncircumcised as well. Well, it's your faith and grace. It's how we are saved. So don't worry about it. But, you know, if you can get it done, get it done. You know? I got a good feeling the Lord's gonna take care of me. He's always taking care of me. I don't have no worries about nothing. How he gonna give me the truth and then not lead me to salvation as long as I work my hardest and be diligent and be sincere and not be a false accuser of my brethren. Know how to confess my wrong. You know, study diligently. Lord's gonna come for me. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 34. Like, you think that he say he's going to change our body and then I get over there and let's say I'm not circumcised, you think he's going to say, oh, I can't fix that. The Lord is nothing too hard for the Lord. But Lord willing, he going to have me to where I get it fixed before then. You know? And I've almost got the means to where I can. And it's going to happen. Like, I ain't claiming to be perfect. And I'll tell you this, I'm going to serve Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 34. And they shall teach no more, every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them to the greatest of them, saith the Lord, Yahawashi, Yahawashi. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember